Everybody, welcome to Farmhouse Fabrics. I'm Sally, and I'm thrilled to say that we have a special guest with us, and this is Abbey Wilkinson, and it's Abbey, which I think is important if you look her up on
Yes.
Instagram and Facebook, Abbey D. Wilkinson, or dressthemdearly.com, right?
Yes, I have both of those.
Well, and if you thought she was beautiful in the pictures, look at here. She's beautiful.
Thank you.
Even more beautiful in real life.
Thank you.
My
You're sweet.
goodness. And mother of 3 young children.
Wild
you
hooligans
running, right?
that were here.
Yeah.
Nothing broke. I think only I stained something, so I'm feeling good.
You brought us a hurricane.
Yes. Oh, yes, I did. I brought a hurricane and
yeah,
stained something.
that's
so.
right. That's right. Yeah, she
Yeah.
came in the midst of really some pretty serious predicted weather that hasn't shown up for us, thankfully. And of course, I want to say right now that we're really, really sorry for the people that the hurricane did show up for. I'm very sad. We've been looking at pictures, and you're in our prayers too. But anyway, we are thrilled that we're going to be able to talk about sewing today with Abbey and hear a little of Abby's story about how she got started. And because I'm always curious when I see a young mom sewing beautiful clothes for her children, and like, I wonder how that happened. How did you get started? Did it come from, whatever background? But we will be doing that, and Abbey has lots of makes that she brought with us. With her, not with us, for us to see. And so anyway, welcome, and here we go. So, all right, Abbey. So I am going to ask you tell me a little of your story. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I guess I got started when I got pregnant with Maria, my daughter.
She's how old?
She's 6.
Man, and you've
isn't
got
that crazy?
Yeah,
That is
all of
Isn't that
this.
crazy?
And so be encouraged, people who don't know how to sew
Yes.
yet.
Oh, for
Be
sure.
encouraged.
You can learn for sure.
Yeah.
But I picked it up then. I had been a runner, and I wasn't able to run halfway through the pregnancy, and I was kind of losing my mind. So I needed something to do. I'm very fidgety. I don't watch TV. I do stuff while I watch TV. I'm just a person who's constantly moving. And so I needed something to do. So I set my sewing machine up in front of the TV and drove my husband crazy. And I got all these videos, and I watched YouTube tutorials. And what else did I do to learn? Mainly YouTube tutorials in the beginning. And I did my first pillowcase dress was the very first thing I ever did.
That's a good place to start, though, because it's pretty straight forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very encouraging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure. So I got a few of those under my belt, and then my mom, at the time I was living in Huntsville, she came down and she brought a bonnet that she had pre-pleated, and so she kind of got me into the smocking thing is so fun, because I love smocking, just keeping my hands busy a lot.
I think you really are amazing to me at how fast you can smock. Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm that fast, but
yeah, I think you're fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might not think
It
you're
could probably be more
perfect.
perfect then.
You're probably really fast at a lot of things.
You think?
Yeah, don't you? You were a runner, and
Yeah.
so now you're running through
Perhaps that could be right. That could be right. So, but anyway, she brought a little bonnet. It was white and it had yellow smocking, and I did that, and then I just got hooked.
Oh.
And I mean, I found the local sewing shop, and then I lived in Huntsville, so I was able to drive up through Nashville to Elizabethtown, which is where my family is from in Kentucky, and
Guess what she found in Nashville? I know you know this.
literally off the highway, you can throw a stone at it,
Wow.
is Children's Corner Store.
Yeah.
So I quickly found them and just fell in love.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to do sit and sews, and one of the really nice things about sewing really is that it's not just doing something with your hands, but it's making connections with other people.
That's right.
And
That's
so
right.
I met just phenomenal teachers and people, and have all been just so kind. And so you guys too, just so kind in teaching me and bringing me along and helping me to acquire these skills. So a lot of my website was born out of
That's neat.
just a feeling of I've been given so much.
Mm-hmm.
What can I give back to everybody to the mom who's sitting going crazy at home because she can't run anymore, you know? So, anyway.
Well, but prior to you having children, you were a teacher, right?
I taught, and through that pregnancy, I taught biology to high school students. So I like to teach.
Yeah.
But then when I had my own, it was like, I'm going to raise my kids, not anybody else's kids. So I came home real quick.
I think maybe some of your teaching background also led you into teaching how you do things and create. And Abbey has been creating patterns, and she'll show them to you. And then she's working on another one too. And probably you're always in the process of another one partway.
There's always something going on up there.
But some of our really awesome people that come here and do the kind of sewing you do, like Jane Seeley, I'm thinking, is a retired teacher.
Okay.
And so she's able to like put things in a certain order and you know, I can see how that.
I like watching you work through your problems in sewing.
Yeah.
That's always, and you're teaching me. You know, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good. Good. I'm glad. Hopefully it's like a big critical, it's just a lot of problem solving. That's what sewing is, right? You get into it and you're like, this isn't perfect. What do I need to change to get this right? And I love that. That's right down teaching alley, I think.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Well, it is. But high school kids, whew.
They were fun. They're sweet.
Yeah.
I had them at sophomores mostly, so they're not corrupted by them.
Oh.
They're still nice and sweet, you know?
All right. Well,
what about the dress you have on?
oh yes, yes,
So,
absolutely.
This is such a cool story. This is the pattern. I think I'll show you like this. It is a smocked tunic. So
We're going to go to the overhead for Facebook and YouTube.
So I was
And here we
actually
go.
given a vintage pattern that was essentially this. And I made it and then immediately got just hundreds of comments about where did you get that pattern? Where did you get that? How can you find smocked garments for adults? It's just not easy for somebody who doesn't have access to somebody giving them old patterns to find.
Yeah.
So I randomly reached out to just everyone on Instagram and was like, does anybody know this pattern designer? And I'll be dipped if her daughter-in-law didn't send me a message.
I can't believe
I
that.
I love that.
Isn't
I love
that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So she sent me a message and she was like, yeah, I know her. She's my mother-in-law. And I've got her number. Do you want to give her a call?
It gives me the chills.
Isn't
actually.
that cool?
Yeah, that's
It
really
was
cool.
so
That's
neat.
neat.
So
That's
she'd
neat.
retired. She doesn't make patterns anymore. But I reached out to her on the phone and we just had a lovely conversation. And she said, you can have my blessing to redo this pattern. I'd love it if you did. And so I did. And there you have it.
So this
It's
is called
awesome.
smocked tunic. And actually, you want to tell about it? Like
Sure. Yeah, there's
sizes
several
and all kinds of things
several
like that?
variations. Size-wise, it goes from 6 to 18. It's essentially an adult bishop is
Right,
basically what it
right.
is. With this one does not have a placket like you
But
can
it wears
see
so
here.
much cooler than that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as cool to say that. You put a little belt on it, and you're
It's beautiful.
styling. It's grand millennial chic, is what they say, right? So anyway, but it has, you can do a top version, which is what I did
I
in Y'all's
love your
Liberty.
blouse.
Yes, I should have brought that. And then you could do a short version, which is what I'm wearing now, which you can't see, but it's short. And you can do a longer, like full-blown caftan almost, really. So yeah, it's a fun, it's quite a bit of smocking. So if you've got busy fingers, it's good for you.
Yeah, that's right.
But
And I would say a pretty easy fit because of the fullness, and then this isn't that hard to fit the shoulders,
Right.
and then you have plenty of space when it's all the smocking. So
Right. How do we
it's
get that
very
pattern?
beautiful. Yeah,
so
that's right.
to get the pattern, I bet she'll link up the link.
Definitely.
But to get the pattern, you just go to www.dressthemdearly.com. And then up on the top, there's a button where you can shop. You can either create a login and have it saved to your account there, or you can just buy it and it'll email you the pattern directly to your inbox, and sometimes it goes to spam, so check spam.
Oh, so this is not a printed pattern right now, right?
No.
You did, at the very beginning, you had some printed.
Yes,
Okay.
I think I have maybe 4 printed available on my website right now. So if you want one of those, go snag it. You won't be getting it until 2 weeks from now because I'm going on vacation,
Yeah.
hopefully. But anyway, it is a PDF pattern, and I was telling Kristen this earlier. I want to share a website with you. It is called pdfplotting.com. So PDF patterns scared the living daylights out of me in the beginning. And that was your question recently, wasn't it?
And some great answers on
Okay,
that,
I
too.
can't. I'm
Yes.
curious to read them.
Some people said they're really frightened of
Right.
them. Yes.
Yes, for sure. And they scared me to death because, well, I have 3 kids. I don't have time to print all that stuff out and put it all on my, especially if it's an adult pattern,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
put it all on your table and tape it all together. I don't have time for that. So what I do is I send my file directly to pdfplotting.com, and I say, well, in that one, you just click I think it's AO is the file type, and they print it, and it's like $4, and it comes to your house.
It comes to your house.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
I think shipping is, it's worth it to like pile up 4 or 5 patterns and then send it all at one time and get it to your house that way, because shipping remains the same up
Right.
until a certain point. But yeah, that is the way to do it. If you do it at Office Max, even if you have a friend, it's, and he takes pity on you because your kids are loud,
Yeah.
it is often 2 and 3 times the price of that. So the website is the way to go for sure.
That's great.
And it comes in this giant roll, and you don't have to do any taping or anything, no
nice,
cutting. I mean, you
nice.
cut it,
Yeah.
but easy peasy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I'm sure a lot of people will be checking into
Yeah,
that.
go check that out.
Yeah, that's great.
So, but you didn't get your start in adult sewing. You
For sure.
Yeah.
No, it definitely didn't. That was a new scary thing for me recently. I started in children's sewing, so
yeah.
ta-da.
So boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Yeah.
I have a 6-year-old girl and then 2 little boys who are they're 3 and 2. So I spend a lot of time trying to come up with new boy patterns.
Right.
Because they're basically, I mean,
Well, yeah.
you got a John,
Yeah,
and that's
right.
pretty much
Or shorts or something like that.
right.
Yeah. Shorts and a
Right.
shirt, or pants and
So-
a shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of my, a lot of what I do is try to find new patterns. And one of them, you can see here, is the sunsuit. It is basically
Look at
just
the little
Yes.
back of this. It's so darling.
It's just-
yes.
something you can put on your kids so you can see their chunky little knees.
Yeah, that's cute.
You know?
That's cute.
But that is my second pattern. So, yeah, there's little Robbie.
Aw, very sweet.
So also available at dressthemdearly.com.
Yes, ma'am.
And as a PDF.
Correct.
Right.
Yes, and I don't have any printed of that. I don't
Right.
think available right
And
now.
I think, I know we have kits for this. We have a girl version and a boy version. And so you must have, like on your website, you probably show some things you can do with the girls.
Oh, for
because
sure. Yeah.
We've got, I know we have lace in here or something. Yeah, there's
Yes.
lace.
Yes. One of
Would
my
go around the bib, maybe.
it's so cute.
Yeah.
One of my pattern testers did a little lace around the whole thing. Oh, so cute.
Yeah, very cute.
Mason Arnett said, "Boy moms unite.
Yes.
Sunsuit is by far superior."
Yes,
Aw.
she's made a few. She's awesome. She did one in corduroy. It was really
Oh,
in like a
that's
feather
neat.
well.
Yeah.
It was
I
so
remember it.
so cute.
Yeah.
With little knee socks and a undershirt. It's
So
sweet.
one really awesome thing about this is this perfect palette to do applique, embroidery, whatever on here, and it's great for that.
It is.
That's neat. Do we?
I don't
No,
think
we
I
don't
brought
have
one.
one.
I know, because I was trying to gear
Hang in
toward
here. Yeah,
Christmas
yeah.
or winter.
Let's pull out your teddy bear.
Okay. It's one of my most
I
recent
love these
makes.
things.
I know. They're
This
so
is
fun.
so cute.
And it's less than a yard of fabric. So if you've got
Scrap,
you're right.
scrap.
If you've got that scrap, I mean, this is one piece right here, and then this is the other piece. So
Wow.
you can make it out of like a pillowcase if you want.
Right.
So this one's well loved.
All right. So they have the center.
I lied. This is 2 pieces. You're right.
Yeah,
So
this-
piece,
this-
piece.
So center front and center back to give it shape to the tummy and the
Yep.
and even the little tail end here.
There's a little booty.
Yeah, This is
So
really
it's a
cute.
simplicity.
Yes. I don't remember. It starts with a 6, but the number of the actual simplicity pattern. But there's quite a few. There's quite a few of them. So if you just Google like teddy bear pattern or simplicity teddy bear pattern, they'll come up.
Well, it's simple, and I could imagine your kids running around holding onto their teddy bear, holding like this, you know, and
Yep.
it's so cute. You made them out of, didn't you buy a sheet or something like that? To,
I
and you
did.
made it to coordinate with their bedrooms?
Yes. So when I was sewing, we just moved, and so I wanted to get it kind of decorated. We moved and we renovated because we're going to sell it and move again. But you know, but I wanted to get it kind of coordinated and decorated nicely. And so what I did was I bought a sheet set from Walmart, and I used that. So I bought two different sheet sets. There you go. I bought blue and green gingham, and I used the blue on the boys' beds, and then I used the green as the fabric for like a couple of Euro shams, and then also I used one of the pillowcases for a teddy bear that sits in front of the little.
But they love them. And
Yes,
that's like
yeah.
the best part.
That's
so
what I
cool.
like too. I
Yes.
think that's
Yes.
neat.
They were.
I think I'd
useful.
like it. You know, I'm having really a lot of fun playing with it. It's
Good.
so cute. And you know, I'm like all over the place because another thing, I thought these were really neat. But the other thing that just was amazing to me, Abby, is that how you tackle like dyeing fabrics. Oh my goodness! Like, okay, this isn't the right color. Well, let's just change it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's so amazing because you had that netting. I don't know how many, 50 yards. Of
Quite a few yards of it.
netting that you dyed and you hung it off your upstairs.
Yes.
Balcony.
It was
you know,
entertainment
like-
for the day. It was
but-
fun, you
but
know.
that was amazing, and I didn't even realize that Rit dye had
Oh yeah.
dyes for different
Polyester.
like polyesters.
Yeah, it's true. And you have to you have to boil the water for polyester, which a chemistry biology teacher in me was like, oh yeah, obviously, you know. Anyway, so it became a big science experiment.
Yeah.
Basically, it was how can I get this fabric to be the color that I want it to be.
It was really wonderful.
It was cool. It was fun to do.
Don't you have some of those? Like they can order that from Amazon, but don't you have affiliate links on your? Is it on your website?
Anything,
so that
honestly, almost anything that I link is an affiliate link.
Okay,
So I
yeah.
figured out how to get in with all those people,
Yeah,
basically.
right.
And so anytime I link anything, a little known fact is anytime anybody links something, when you click on it, it remembers you. So anything you buy winds up helping that person. So if there's I do it all the time actually. If there are influencers that I really like, I'll make sure to go into the website through a link of theirs, even if I'm not getting something, because I don't know. I like to support them.
Yeah.
You know, they're usually people like me. So
right?
Couple
Yeah.
comments
Yeah.
on
Uh-oh.
smocked tunic.
okay.
Andrea says she's finishing off her smocked
Oh
tunic.
yay! Good.
And Sue says every time I wear mine, I get tons of compliments.
Oh,
Great.
I love
That's so
it.
cool.
That's
I love
awesome.
that.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. I'm so glad it's worked for other people because that was just such a cool thing when she was like, "Sure, go ahead, share it." It was like,
That's wild.
But you know that.
yeah.
you know,
But I love that about her because instead of just saying, "Well, that's
that's
mine," don't-
mine, right?
But for her, that was a huge compliment that you would want
hope
to
so.
carry it on. I mean,
Right.
I see it that way, and I love that she saw
Yeah.
it that way.
Good. Yeah, I hope she did anyway.
Well,
so.
we have something similar going on with a wonderful lady in Augusta named Sally Goodwin, and Sally had a line of patterns. I mean, maybe 35 years ago,
Okay.
40 maybe, and we always knew her. She's wonderful, and she had a shop here, and she has given us permission to do the same thing with her
Nice,
patterns.
good. 'Cause
So we're
otherwise they
working
just
on
go
that.
away.
I know.
So-
and they're real classic patterns, and
Hey. Oh, that's exciting.
then her name is back there again because
Right.
she did a lot of wonderful, good things for everybody in
That's awesome.
in this area for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was neat.
Well, I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, they're fun.
That's cool.
They're gonna be fun.
Good.
So speaking of classic, it makes me want to talk about your Christmas dress.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's what I was
Totally
wondering. Where should
skipping.
which
I
one
don't
should
know
we
why.
start
I'm
with?
wanting to see the green corduroy. I
Okay.
think that's where I want to go. It's not in any order.
Oh, I love what
This
you
one,
did.
I brought this
here.
one for you because I knew you liked it.
Yes.
So
because who thinks about doing this? taken the edging part of a 6-inch or a 5-inch
Piece of
Swiss edging,
Yeah, it came
and
like this.
turning that. Okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah, so I knew I wanted to use this edging. So I think when I was shopping, I think I found the edging first.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, how can I incorporate that into this outfit, into the boys' outfits? What can I do? And so I decided I was gonna. I think it's pretty expensive, so I didn't want to order a ton of it. So I wanted to use it as a collar. So then I was like, well, let's see if we can add a little hand embroidery.
That's cute. Oh, did you hand embroider that?
I did, and I basically
Wow.
copied this
Hey,
onto.
let's pull it off and lay it on.
Okay.
We can just we can do this.
That
Yeah,
does that work?
sure.
Okay. There you go.
Let's pull it down just like that. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that because this edging is really about that wide.
Right.
But
yes.
you really don't even have to gather it that much.
No.
To make it just
I
right
like
on
you
that
can
here.
it's
see
not
it.
gathered.
Yeah,
Right, 'cause you can see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you drew that off and then
I did onto. You carry it. I think it's Sulky Sticky Fabry Salvi.
Yeah.
Is the giant name for it, but I drew it onto the stabilizer.
Right.
And then I placed that onto the piqué, which was just a block at that point. I think I'd drawn on the collar. And then I just I put it in my hoop and I hand embroidered it.
I love that.
And I'm about to take Gildone's new class because my hand embroidery is... You've had many, many people on here who hand embroider better than I do.
Since you mentioned it, this is Gail Doan's new class. I think it's going to be available Tuesday, right?
October 4th, I think, is the date.
Heirloom
Yeah.
Embroidery 101. Go to gaildone.com. Amazing.
We've
And I'm sure I would do this
already
much
spiraled
better.
Yeah, we already spiraled on it. We did.
because it's that good.
Yes. Oh, I love this. I love the way
Good.
this turned out.
Good.
And I like that you think outside of the box.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, that's really cute.
I
Because that
want
is
to know if that's your pattern.
This pattern, no, this is collars, etc., yoke dress, which y'all have too. So, yeah.
That's
and
cute.
one lady, she came in a little late, and she wanted to know the best fabric for smock tunic.
Wow.
Well, you could really do anything. The next one that I'm going to do, I want to find a fabric with a little bit of poly, just so that it doesn't get as wrinkly, because I sweat and move and do life. But you could use a lawn, you could do it in seersucker. That would be cute.
It would be.
You could use, quilting cotton might get a little heavy. I don't know that I would go that heavy.
You
So a little
had
bit lighter
people
than that.
make it out of Liberty of London lawn.
Yes, and it was
Those
good.
are really
yes,
pretty.
and that was the original.
Yeah.
The original blouse was Liberty. Oh, and it was.
it was.
Yes.
It's hard to find a really pretty floral print in a poly cotton.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
very, very hard
Right.
to find that.
Why?
Because we're after them all the time,
Yeah.
so we know that's a hard game.
Right.
know.
I wonder why that's hard.
I don't know.
Some big conspiracy that we're
Yeah.
not in on yet.
Interesting. But you can use the bigger Liberty. You know how Liberty has like the small prints like this that are so good for kids. They're not always great for grown-ups. So you can use the bigger
We have one
Liberty.
right behind you. Yeah, I know exactly
That's
what
what I
you're
was
talking about.
thinking. It's
Oh, like this?
yeah. I
this-
made
is this
Emma's.
Liberty?
Yeah, that's Liberty. I made Emma's beach dress out of that.
Yeah, like this would be
Yeah,
so
so
pretty.
Emma is my 13-year-old granddaughter who's
I could see somebody with like brown
Nice
hair
and
and
tall.
green eyes
She's
looking beautiful.
redhead,
that.
and it
yeah,
was
that'd be pretty too.
great on
Yeah,
her.
because of the purpley.
But yeah, wouldn't that be pretty
They are
smocked
like a
out?
little bit more
Smocked out.
mature.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I like
But
that.
she could definitely wear that because she's a little older.
Yeah,
taller.
that would be so pretty.
Yeah.
Smock
All right,
that purple
what
or
do you
something.
want? What do you want us to pull out next? Because there's so many options back here.
There's so many more over there.
Oh,
It's
really?
never
It's
ending.
like-
Oh, I know. I want to talk about this.
Okay. All right.
So this, so one of the, you were talking about how I got into sewing, right?
Yes. Yes.
So when I moved from Huntsville, Alabama to, can this go up here and still be seen or no? No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But here, let me hold it. You
There you
talk
go.
about it.
Okay. So when I moved from Huntsville, Alabama to back up to Kentucky where I'm from, a person reached out to me she emailed me at the time and she said, I saw that you were at the Louisville Science Center with your daughter. I live in Louisville and I sew. I'd love to meet you.
Oh wow.
And I was like, okay. It's a little creepy, but okay. So we met at a public place, but you know, and she has become my mentor. She used to work at the store in Memphis. What's it called? The cottage.
Oh, Lace Cottage.
Lace Cottage, yes.
Cottage. Oh,
So-
I didn't know that.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
those
her
are
name's
nice,
Margie.
nice
Yes.
ladies there.
And
Yes.
she has taught me basically how to like take my sewing from amateur to like good sometimes. Not always. She's always better than me, but but to better, right?
Well, yeah, just to give you hints. to-
Right. Like
yeah.
stuff like, well, I think she's the one who taught me that corduroy, if you
Oh, it
always want it
has-
to go like that.
yeah.
You know, if you're wearing it, you want it to be soft that way, you know. But just little
Yeah.
tidbits like that. Well, she made this for my
Oh,
daughter.
she made this. Oh.
And so
Wow.
she took a
We
lace.
might have
or
to
a-
do this.
Take it off.
Yeah, so we can.
So she has taught me and sewn for my daughter. And like, look at this bonnet. Look at the handwork on that.
Oh.
Oh, that screen's
Isn't
pretty.
that stunning?
Oh, that's
yeah.
pretty.
So she took this tatting that my
Oh,
grandmother-in-law
Look at that.
gave me, and she added it to the rim of the
I love
collar.
that.
And just the fact that she like does the tatting with the piping,
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
so nice.
So look, you can see on here the tatting was applied after the collar was made. After
Right.
the piping, everything was turned, and then that's hand stitched on the back, where it just peeks out right here.
Yep.
What a great touch.
That's darling, and for it to be a family
Oh, so nice. Yes. This is
family treasure.
one of
Oh,
the most beautiful things in my house,
This,
I
this
think.
is really pretty.
And I got her permission to share it. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
And she lined it with this. It's just it feels good to wear. She lined it with that silk. Or what is it? It's the fleece
Sunback
back,
flannel.
sunback flannel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so the whole thing was
Maybe-
like that.
oh,
darling.
Yeah.
What in this line too with the satin, with the flannel back satin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's great for lining coats. But I love that she lined the bonnet with that too. That's neat.
It slips on her little head, so
Yeah.
it's nice, you know.
Aw.
It doesn't mess up her hair or anything.
So, do we even know what this bonnet pattern is? Was this a children's
It's with
corner
it.
pattern?
Yes. This
Is it still available?
no,
or
it's
not anymore?
notoriously difficult
Right.
to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you find this pattern when you're out and about, you better nab it.
Snap
That's how
back.
you know
Yeah.
you're gonna love it. If
Right.
you can't find it,
Yeah.
It's a good
But
one.
look at how cute
Yeah.
this the brim is on here. It's like almost like when you cut a flounce
Mhm.
and it's kind of curved, and then you put it on a straight thing. It makes it really
Curve
flow.
out
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
And
pretty.
I think she used German interfacing. I think
Yeah.
that's what she used on that one.
I love it. Well, this is sweet,
Mhm.
and this wonderful little wreath embroidery, just delicate and sweet, curving
Yes.
around here. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, that one's one of my favorites to show.
So did you make
So-
the little?
so
So
yes.
that you should pull that out and show
yes.
what
So
is that. I want to say Tatum or something.
This
like
is the
that.
Tate, and I
Tate,
made
Tate,
it to match to go with when I had Robbie. And this was one of my first forays into hand embroidery. It's a little feather stitch.
Sweet.
So it's just simple. I mean, I feel like sometimes when you have one of your kids and something that like unbelievable, you just want the other kid to be kind of simple and straightforward,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's
sweet.
this one.
So
I made
that's
this
a
one to go
children's
with.
corner pattern, Tate.
Correct, and this is in your feather whale,
mhm.
light blue
Yeah.
corduroy.
Is
Yep.
Tate still available?
Yes.
With children's corner. So okay.
Yes, and it comes in a girl version too.
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah.
Sweet.
So, yep.
Well,
so
the
that
feather
one's
stitch
done.
is a great touch. I like that.
It was fine.
Yeah, nice.
definitely needed to coordinate with the other, but like you're saying,
Right,
Yeah.
but not like
Not
you don't want
to
to do
overpower,
battle with it,
yeah.
right? So one of the things I wanted to talk about was when I asked everybody on Instagram what they wanted us to talk about was so quite a few people were like, we need boy patterns. There's so many girl patterns. We need boy patterns. So I think there is not a single repeat in this whole wall of boy patterns. So there's
do
lots of
we can-
options here.
All right. So where do you want to
You
start?
want to go there?
Sure.
This is
Wow.
the Children's Corner Jeffrey.
Yeah, I'm not that tall.
Also out of print, but not difficult to find. So this is the smocked version. I did this for Easter, but you could definitely do this for Christmas in a little plaid
Yes.
with the knee socks. And
And you paired it with a pink dress. It was such a
yes.
great compliment.
I didn't bring that up. No, I
Oh,
didn't.
look at that.
But wouldn't that be, this is too small,
Yeah.
but wouldn't that be sweet? Like with a
Yes.
little shoe and knee socks and an undershirt with a Peter Pan.
I so want to know about those shoes.
Oh, these
Yes.
right here?
Uh-huh.
So these are handmade from a place in Pennsylvania called Kepner Scott. And
I love that it's in the States.
I-
It's so
Yes,
cool.
I know.
I know.
So I love their shoe store is so, I mean, they just have tons of, you can see my kids wear them, but they just have tons of little beautiful handmade shoes for little girls. They're simple, classic. They go really well with all of this.
So do they make up for your daughter too?
Yeah,
Up
oh
to
yeah,
that size?
yes, yeah. They have little
Wow.
loafers with the
They're
cross.
soft.
Yeah.
Soft leather.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
This is like the pre-walker.
Oh.
They're just sweet.
Say the name again.
Kepner, Kepner, Scott.
Did
Yeah.
you find it?
I've got a link.
Okay.
Did you?
It's linked.
Ah.
It's linked. That's cute. So that's Jeffrey.
This is Jeffrey, and the smocking plate, I think it's, you guys have it. It's Ellen McCarn crosses, I think. And I think the plate itself is only the one cross, and I just added the other two
Yeah.
on the side.
Cute.
Like
So.
silly, but like I feel like mint is a bold color for a little boy. But
Yeah.
they looked so perfect in them.
It was
Well,
fun.
their little
Yeah.
blonde hair too. It's
Yeah,
really
it was
sweet with
great,
their-
yeah.
So then this is that a Michie pattern?
This is a Michie, and I don't know what number, but it's the one that's got the weird, the weird way of joining this one.
So
Which
it
I
looks like
wound up-
two-piece, but it's really one piece.
It's one piece, and I do something kind of different on mine where I actually get it to finish on the inside. Some of them
Oh,
don't.
no raw edges.
Right, right. So I've got that trick. I think I have that trick linked on my Instagram, but you just fold, you basically sandwich
Right.
the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah. And it makes it so that there's no raw
Is that
edge.
you ringing? Just
Yeah.
push the start button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a sweet pattern. So this is Michie. If you're looking for boy patterns, she is golden. She's on
Well,
Etsy.
she had the most patterns
She had
available for
tons
boys.
of them. Yeah.
For boys,
Yes, for
definitely.
boys.
Yes.
And bubbles, lots and lots
Yes.
of bubble patterns.
Yeah.
And so they're all PDF patterns now. We used to carry them all when they were paper patterns, but they're PDFs, and she has lots of them.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Really,
sure.
really nice. Yeah.
And if you don't like PDFs, send it to pdfplotting.com.
Yeah, that's right. PDFplotting.com. That's right. That's
And
right.
it's just like paper.
I'm not affiliated in any way.
Yeah, that's right.
But it'll change your sewing game.
That's neat. Well,
Oh,
what
that's
about
funny.
what
This
that
one?
one? Since we're talking, is that a Michie too?
Also Michie.
Also,
It's the one, I don't know the number, but it's the pleated front Michie, and you can, it's just sweet and simple. And this
Yeah.
would be so cute, even with that hand embroidery for,
Oh, right.
Christmas.
Right,
I
right.
mean-
Even on here, but even you could do it even without a collar, or you could do a Peter Pan collar and put an embroidery right here
that'd
too.
be pretty. That'd be really pretty.
That's sweet.
So you said that you feel like that is a popular pattern for boys.
I think when I posted that, I got quite a few comments about, like, I remember making that for my son when he was however old, or I remember making that for my grandson. It's just a sweet,
Classic.
simple,
So this is
classic
kind of cool
pattern.
because this front box pleat is actually stitched all the way down
I
and
may
then
have
pressed open.
I don't know if that's what the pattern says. It's possible I made that up. But
Well, but it's better because it holds the tucks better.
yes, for sure.
If you made that up, that's
Skinny.
good.
Okay, good.
You did a good thing. Yeah,
Good.
that's really sweet. And this is just a
So just a two
peak-
color, two
yeah.
fabrics, nothing.
piped
but
in the
it's
same
perfect.
fabric
Yeah.
PK collar.
Yes, with your,
Perfect.
I did baby interfacing
Baby on
the
there,
top
yeah.
of that one. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and I love the width or the weight of the piqué for collars for little
I do
kids.
too.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
That's
Even
great.
with lighter weight fabrics, I still feel like it wears the best.
Sits down.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness, that's
yeah.
cute. Why
I
can't-
agree.
I'm
Well,
gonna do this.
I'll do it.
I need my long-handled reacher.
There you go. And then this is also a little boy pattern.
So the little cap, isn't that one's available still, right?
Yes, I think it's southernstitches.com might be what it is.
That sounds
I meant
right.
to look this
I'm
up.
not sure.
So it's basically the Feltman Brothers makes a little cap just like this, but it only comes in a few colors, so you can make your own. You know? But I love that for my little boys. Both of them wore the death out of that thing. So I'm surprised it's as clean as it is.
That's sweet.
But
We'll
smocking
take
for
it so we
boys,
go there.
Yeah,
that's
that's
perfect
fine.
for that.
Right.
I know, I love it. And a tiny, tiny little, not
Little
very
bit.
many rows, just a little bit. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's one of my favorite boy patterns for sure. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, here's
We
another
got the,
boy.
yeah, the yellow.
This one I think would be so sweet for Christmas. I think we may have worn it for Christmas. I don't know.
Oh, this is velveteen.
Yes, so this is velveteen.
Cute.
This is I think this is the boys basic bloomer. And then this top is actually
That
I'm sorry,
would be
children's corner. My bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And then
Sorry.
this top is the children's corner, I think Alex. I liked the reason I did this is because the Alex is longer. Because it's got like the jumper that they want it to stay tucked into, and I wanted it to stay tucked in without having to do anything, like sew anything to it. And
So
it worked
how
pretty well.
did that velvet piping treat you?
I didn't pipe
Did
it
you?
in velvet.
Is it piped on the sleeve in velvet?
Oh yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I don't
Because I
remember
don't
it
think we
being.
have that color pre-made.
No.
I'm sure I made it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't think it was terribly.
It almost looks
Difficult?
like you have a larger cording size in it. Or is it just the
Well,
fluffiness of the velvet?
fluffiness of the
Yeah.
cotton velvet or
It's a
velveteen
great
makes
touch
it.
on the
Yeah,
sleeve.
it's
Yeah.
really
I
cute.
love that.
Good.
Well, plus, it's white piping here and yellow piping here, and guess what? It looks great.
Yeah, good.
You know, people are afraid to try. They're like, "Oh, should it
like
be the
that.
same? Should it be?" It's always like
Okay.
the question.
Yeah.
And so they get permission to do something
Oh
different
yeah.
when
If
they
you need
see.
permission for anything, I'm
Yeah.
your girl.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. There you go.
Go crazy.
Yeah,
You won't
yeah.
be
It
sad.
doesn't have to be exactly like they did it 50 years ago.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And well,
I like that. That's good.
good. Thank you.
This
And
is
these are
a
just
lot of
sweet pin
tucks. So
tucks.
did you do
Yeah.
the tucks with pin tuck foot
I did. Yeah.
and a twin needle?
Yes, I did. And just a sweet. I think I had somebody recently ask me what is a good fabric for pin tucks, and so just batiste or honestly getting little samples of it and seeing what your machine likes is one of the best things you can do, at least in my experience.
And when you have a tiny little tuck like this,
Mhm.
do you remember what size needle, what size twin needle? Like, because there are so many different widths. You'd want one of the smaller
smaller ones.
twins to get it so
I
teeny.
wish I did, but no, I don't.
And do you use like a 5 tuck foot?
I do.
A 5 groove foot?
Yep. And you just line them up
Yeah.
one after the other with the other one in the groove.
Is this an all cotton fabric?
Yes, I think it was a.
I think it's easier to. I mean,
Yes.
am I? Is this enough question?
No, it's okay.
Well, I mean, I'm curious because. So, do you think it's easier to do pin tucks on 100% cotton than in poly cotton?
I would, you
You
know,
think it's
I don't
easier
know
to
that I've
press
ever
it,
even
maybe?
tried
Yeah,
a poly
yeah.
cotton. So, yes, obviously it's easier for me.
Yeah, but I think it might be
That's
easier to
just
press
how I
it.
learned.
Really
I
press
think
it
this was
flat.
your Nalona, this fabric.
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident this was your Nalona.
Here's a
think.
question for you.
Okay.
How do you prevent puckers on your pin tuck?
Keep practicing. You just keep messing with it until
Until your machine
it works.
I mean,
until
I
that's
mean, you can't avoid some puckers.
Right.
It's just the nature of the beast. But
right.
but I think this looks pretty good. But I think that's why I'm wondering if you used a natural fiber fabric, you could probably press it out, mist it,
I
press
definitely
it out
did iron.
to make it
as I was
less
going.
puckered.
Yeah. Yes, for sure, that did happen.
But yeah, I'll bet you practice. I
Right,
think
you just have to keep doing it until you
Yeah.
figure until it's right. I mean, I've got a couple of different. I took a class at Children's Corner on heirloom sewing, so I've got some numbers written down that I knew worked at the time. So I would just go back and pull
Right.
that out. If I just was going to do one again, I would go grab that book and see what I wrote down and start from there as my baseline.
So what is your machine?
I sew with a Baby Lock Aventura. So it is a dual machine. It is sewing and embroidery. So you can take the embroidery unit off and put the sewing unit on. The reason I sew with it is because that's what I started with, you know? So I started originally with a Singer. I think my mom bought me an inexpensive machine. I don't even, probably
I wanna
Walmart or
see the
something.
tuck.
Oh.
Okay.
See, that's why I'm asking you a lot of questions
Okay.
because people do have questions about tucks. And I mean, these are so close together. They're tiny, they're narrow, they're sweet.
Cheryl
Yeah.
Glander says pin tucks sew nicely on Imperial Batiste.
Oh, they
Okay.
do. Okay.
Do they?
All
Well, that's
right.
good to know.
Yeah. That's how you find out. People are like, I like
Okay.
it.
Yeah, that's
that's
another really good point. Is
Look at here.
reaching out to friends.
Look at this tiny, tiny little French
French
seam.
seam. Yeah.
I mean, that's little. Right here. That's sweet.
Thank you. And these are in. I've actually got a tutorial on this on my Instagram. I French seam
your
my
French
sleeves
seam,
in.
your sleeves.
Yeah. It's quite possibly the most satisfying thing to do as a sewer.
Ah.
It just makes you feel so good when you're done with it, you know?
Well, that's good.
These
I
are-
haven't been satisfied yet because I haven't
Oh,
French
no.
seamed a sleeve.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we should do that later.
No. No, thanks.
It'll just make your just fill with pride.
Oh,
You know?
I can't
Look
wait.
what I did.
That's funny. But look how cute those buttons
Those
are.
are cute.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, those are really cute.
Yeah.
We call them our gear buttons. Don't they look
Oh,
like
really?
little
They
gears?
do.
Yeah.
They do look like gears. I like that. That's fine. I think that's pretty.
So
What
I
you
made
wanna
I
talk
made her
about?
bring out the museum dress because I loved your pictures and
Uh-huh.
I love
Oh,
an
the
ecru and white
Bijoux,
combination.
yes.
Uh-huh.
It's my favorite color combination.
I love that one too.
Actually, ecru and blue is so pretty. I can.
Yeah.
I can
I
hold.
don't know.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Got it. Yeah, this pattern, I was telling her it's a beast. You know, I feel like if you don't take a class, it's very difficult to get because literally, I'm sure you've seen it. It's a triangle
Yeah.
and an
On the
armhole.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they give you this triangle, and they're like, create a neckline. You know?
Wow.
Right. And you're like, okay.
Isn't this the Sarah Howard Stone pattern?
Mhm.
And it's called the Bijoux.
Yep. And it sometimes goes by the museum dress
Oh,
also,
okay,
I
okay.
think. But yeah, this was this is one of my first forays into heirloom. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty. That's kind
I
of
did
gutsy.
this. I know, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
So-
No kidding.
Let's do it.
Oh my word.
Yes.
Well,
I love the sleeve.
I do too.
love
That's
I love
just
the
what I was
ecru
going
and
to say.
white.
So this sleeve really, I mean, so often with a flutter sleeve, it angles into the armhole,
Okay.
and it doesn't go under the arm like this.
Oh, okay.
And so you gather down and angle into right about here, and then that would just be a facing or,
Right,
or
right.
bias or something.
Right.
But this is so drapey and pretty.
Mm-hmm. It's
Where
a
it's
single
like-
piece of, it's a
Yeah,
rectangle.
right.
Right. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But a lot of them you would cut almost like a football shape, and then gather it up, and it would come around,
It
and it
even
would
taper,
be.
even if it goes all the way
it
back down,
tapers-
it tapers
it
back
tapers
in up
down
underneath
in.
the arm.
Right.
But this, it just gives it a completely different look when it's like drapey and drippy, and you know, and
glorious.
ethereal.
yeah, it is. It's wonderful. And then you have this one of my favorite laces right here.
Mm.
I love this lace. This we'll go to an overhead and let me
What is
see.
it?
It's a French lace, but it's been around a long time, and it's as close to Moline as you can get without it being a Moline.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is the angel lace right here with these. They look like little angels on there. See that? So that's your little angel. And so yeah. And then this one, I don't know why I call this one the acorn lace, but
Uh huh.
It looks like acorns
It kind
to
of
me.
does.
yeah.
It kind of
But-
does.
How beautiful is this? Now this is your angel lace insertion right here. See your have your same little angels right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That's so gorgeous.
It is so cute.
And this you put entredeaux on each side of your beading.
Yep.
But this has quite the angel lace has quite a thick
A
header.
header. Yeah.
And so you don't really need anything like
Right.
that on there.
Right.
Man, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Thank you.
Wow, we.
I do love that beading without ribbon through it. I think
Yes,
it's always
it's
a
Right.
it's
touch.
very it's kind of hard to keep ribbon from getting all
loose and
Wonky.
yeah loose, but that's pretty.
Thank
But
you.
the sleeves are so
Best. I love this dress.
yes, the sleeves
I
are
love it.
amazing. She looked adorable in it.
And this
And
one, I
you
don't
have this
think I
line,
did.
don't you
Yes,
have
I
this line?
did. Because I didn't
Yeah.
want to have to do a slip with it
Right.
because I knew this wasn't going to come down too low.
Right.
So I added 2 layers of fabric is what I did. I treated the
That
lining
is so smart.
like it was the skirt.
Yeah.
So
So just gathered together with the skirt.
with the top. Yep.
oh man.
And so then it gave it the fullness, but you
Yeah.
can still see the beautiful lace up there.
oh my goodness.
But Kristen was asking me if I do slips because I didn't bring any.
Yeah.
I do slips.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm team slip over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
So when you make a slip with it, let's say you have a yoke dress.
Okay.
Do you have a pattern you use, or do you just start with the yoke of the garment and then just
That.
That's
I
what I
start
always
with the
do,
yoke
too.
of the garment because I
cut the armholes a little lower and the neck a little lower, maybe, so
Yep.
it doesn't show?
Yep. And then that way it's the right shape underneath.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like
I
to get
think
it
so too.
It's
to
the same fit
sit
at
nicely.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That's pretty. Well, let's pull down because this one does have ribbon threaded through,
This is
and
Malone,
that's
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, this is one of my more recent ones. I had portraits made, and this is what she wore for that. She did wear a little slip under this that I did use the same pattern for.
Right.
Yep. It was this is the Collars Etc. Yoke dress
dress.
also. Yep.
Ooh, I love this. This insertion is so pretty. We'll go to an
Oh,
overhead.
that one is. It's
Look at that.
stunning.
They look
Yeah.
like wreaths.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. And then with this is a Moline, I think, right here. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Good combination.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice, nice.
So did you
Thank
find
you.
it difficult to figure out which to pair? Like, did you trouble you
So,
or?
a lot of my thought process goes into, I knew that I wanted is to how can I coordinate boy and girl is a lot of that's
right,
what I always
right,
come back
right.
to, and so this lace was a little bit boyish to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it paired well. I knew the colors paired well with this one, and I just made the sizing work basically
Mm-hmm.
because
So
I
which
knew
one was the boy one
this
that you liked?
this one right here. I mean it's still lace,
But it's not flowers.
it seems kind of masculine,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
In the
So-
lace world.
right
Exactly.
right
Mm-hmm.
so I knew I wanted that, and then I went ahead and got some of this pretty
Yeah.
lace here too for her because
Yeah.
and then this one is also one of my favorites for boy.
Oh,
this
this is the
edging.
one with that's a Moline lace with the
I don't know if you
little
can see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like little squares,
Square.
like checkerboard kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yep.
Yep.
And that has a good insertion lace
Yeah,
that goes with it. That's real checkerboard.
I have something with it in there. So.
Yeah.
I don't know where that was.
That's pretty. That's
It's a
pretty.
shirt with it. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is a labor of love.
So did you make a blue slip to go under it? Did you make a blue? I'm
Um,
just wondering what you wanted to show
what
up here.
did I do with the? No, I think I did. I may have done something crazy. I think I did a white top and a blue bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
no, maybe not. I don't remember. It's either white top, blue bottom, or
Yeah.
white on white the whole way.
And she also did beauty pins for the back of the
I
dress.
did.
Oh, on this one you
Yes.
use
Yes,
beauty
that's why
pins.
there's nothing
I was
here right
actually
now.
looking here to see if you use beauty pins, but
No,
this one actually
that
had
was
a
before I
button.
knew what a beauty pin was.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
you can. I was telling Kristen earlier. You can kind of see my sewing like morph as
Right.
through these garments. So I knew at this point that I could do a beauty pin and not
Right,
mess with any of
right.
my lace.
You've
so.
gotten very far in 6 years.
I know, it's
Yeah.
really amazing. I mean,
Thank you.
not only sewing, but designing your own patterns.
Well, thank you.
mean,
That's
that's-
computer. That's designing patterns is more computer than sewing, I think, or the hard
yeah,
part.
I think
Anyway. Yeah. Okay.
you have to know what you're doing in order for it to go
True,
together.
true,
Oh my
very true.
goodness, yes.
Yeah.
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 Well, did you walk around here and pull some things that maybe could have boy and girl combos?
I did. So, actually, let me hang this back up
Okay.
here. I asked on my Instagram, maybe yesterday, what y'all wanted to see. And so several of you guys said that you're looking for plaids for your Christmas sewing and holiday sewing and winter sewing. So I pulled a couple of plaids that I loved. And one of the biggest things for me when I'm sewing is that I'm making a lot of outfits. I'm usually making for at least 3. Often I'm making myself something too. So I love this plaid. And if I were going, which I might,
So that's where you started.
this is where I started.
So this is Speckler Vogel 5558.
Okay. So then what I did was I said, okay, I love Liberty. Let's go see if there's one that goes with. And this,
Wow.
you can't tell. I mean, I don't know that I'd ever put this on the same, I know I wouldn't ever put this on the same garment. But if I had a little boy in little shorts in this, I could put Maria in a, I don't know, a bishop or a yoke dress.
Well, it's
in
got
this.
the right blue to go with this too.
Yeah, this royal.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, from there to there is really beautiful.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever would have done it.
Right.
It's so good,
Well, you'd
though.
never put it on the same outfit.
Right,
And I'm
right.
not in
This
my head, I'm not
is
shopping for the same.
Felicity by Liberty.
I love this pattern.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
it's
is
so pretty. So then I said, I love that royal. My kids have blue eyes. I could do another little boy in this blue gingham, and it would still all be kind of Christmas
Yeah.
or winter.
So this is Royal, and this is Spectre Vogel Royal number 732.
And then the green popped out to me because I love that green.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, but I like this. So you can
Which
see.
green is this?
Loden.
Is that Loden?
Loden.
Yes, Loden. Yeah.
So you can see they
Well,
all
let's
kind
see
of
if we
go
can
together, but
Scoot it on up
they
here
don't
where
match.
They do go together. Look at that.
Mhm.
Wow.
So you could do a little boy John in this, and then put a white shirt underneath with maybe pipe it in the, in probably not that, pipe it in the blue gingham. You could do a dress in this. You could do it for yourself,
Right.
because why not wear Liberty yourself, you know?
Yeah, that's really, that's really nice.
Yeah, and then you could do this little outfit. Where is it? This guy. With
One
this
with the tucks in the front.
velveteen. Yeah.
That's fun.
Isn't that
Yeah.
fun?
Yeah.
That's
and you made
cute.
it look so easy.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, I got to go down your aisles and
yeah.
touch everything, so it was
That's-
glorious.
I
Is
love
what it
faster
was.
than online.
That's pretty.
Yes, that was fun. And then I think I had another one. Oh, this one I found. It's not as. It wouldn't be as like. This would probably be like a play outfit if I were doing it, which I might. But how fun is this?
That's
On two
cute.
different
I do
kids,
love that.
and then you could add in this.
And this, I think, is a Liberty quilting cotton right here.
And then you could add in this because it kind of goes with that.
Right.
So you could have another kid, and the least messy kid gets to wear this one.
Right.
Anyway, so those are some fun
That's-
plaids that I
Yeah.
pulled that
Oh,
you
that
guys
makes me
might.
think of the khaki set you did for y'all. Like you
I
had a
love
dress too.
khakis.
I
So
love
this
Yes.
is 1/8
that.
Yes.
inch khaki
Beautiful.
gingham by Fabric Finders.
Yeah,
And that was a seersucker.
it was.
Yeah.
So I did an outfit with. I love the Fabric Finders khaki color. It's like one of my
Yeah.
all-time faves. I did a dress from the Tunic Bible, which you guys have too, with that when I was pregnant, and I kind of hacked it so that I could accommodate.
right,
You know.
right.
It was a beautiful
That
set.
was fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun
That
one.
was pretty.
And then I think the boy, Robbie wore a katina. I made a children's corner katina into a boy.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
I made it a bubble. Is what
Oh, that's neat.
yeah. It was a good one because that was another one of those. There are not enough boy patterns.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna
yeah.
take the girl ones.
So did you smock that?
The
Was it
katina,
the
no,
non-smocked
it was
version?
unsmocked. I actually took the top and kind of squared off the top also just to make it more masculine. But then I did it unsmocked and made a little. I think I took the tailor and traced the bottom
Yeah.
bubble part.
Cute.
That's cool.
Cute.
That's really cool.
But
So we're gonna link your website. We've got
Okay.
your patterns linked,
Okay.
and you have tutorials that you walk people through. Your
lots of them. Probably the majority of those are going to be on Instagram, just because it's. I'm sure people don't love that as much, but it's so much easier for me to do. It's so much faster. I do have quite a few blog posts. One of my most popular blog posts is how to smock a bishop straight. Hands down is my most popular blog post. It's just the way that I have learned to pleat and smock a bishop, and it's the least fussy way, in my opinion. You know, you can do it and you can pleat it and then just go not worry about blocking it and sit on the couch and deal with that part later, you know.
So you are on Instagram, Abbey D. Wilkinson.
Yes. Yep.
And the
Abbey D.
website
Wilkinson. Website's www.dressthemdearly.com. And I'm also on Facebook. So that one's Dress Them Dearly too. So
Good.
yeah.
Well, we have had people register to win a
Win that?
kit,
Awesome.
and it'll be your choice of a girl or a boy kit,
Okay.
and a pattern.
All right.
So-
yeah, this one. You can send that with it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And so down
Is
here,
this it?
that's it.
Okay. Oh, I watch this all,
right.
the time.
Yeah.
So you dig around in here
All
and
right.
you pull somebody out. Yeah.
Okay. Excited to see if it's somebody who likes PDFs.
Yeah,
or
I
doesn't
know.
like
I know.
PDFs.
That's right.
All right. Sheila Schultz.
Mhm.
I use quite a few PDF patterns, but also love the pre-printed ones.
She hit both sides.
Oh.
There you go.
Well done, Sheila.
Thank you.
All right.
So she can tell us whether she wants the boy version or
Yes,
the girl
yeah,
version of the kit.
we'll contact her and thank you so much for
Thanks
coming.
for having me.
We should
We-
end it with Sue's comment.
Okay.
What?
Abby is amazing.
Oh,
Aw,
thank you. That's so sweet.
I love that.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We're so thrilled that we didn't lose our power. And
Maybe I brought the good weather.
well, I
Maybe I
hope
prevented
so.
the bad
I
weather from
hope
coming.
so.
You know?
That's right. I think so. And I really appreciate you coming.
Thanks for
you.
having me.
Yeah, it's great. It was
It's been
great.
awesome.
And so we will see you again next week.
All right. Bye.